Her hands shook as she spoke, her voice fracturing under the weight of her emotions. "Please," she sobbed, tears carving paths down her cheeks. "I need to be there. I still love him." That word still cut through me like a shard of glass. We were in the kitchen, my car keys lying on the counter next to her phone, its screen illuminated with a notification. Her ex-boyfriend had crashed, his car mangled in a ditch. He was in the hospital, clinging to life, blood seeping, perhaps fading away. She read the message, her breath hitching as if the air itself had abandoned her. Then her gaze met mine, desperate, as though I held the power to tether him to this world. I stayed silent, my fingers curled around the keys, the cold metal pressing sharply into my skin. We drove in a heavy hush, the quiet peeling away pieces of who we were. She sat in the passenger seat, clutching her phone as if it were her lifeline. I kept my eyes on the road, one hand on the wheel, the other clenched tightly on my leg. When we pulled into the hospital lot, she didn't hesitate, didn't glance back, didn't waver. She leapt from the car, sprinting into his world, leaving mine behind as if it had never mattered. That night I packed one bag, no noise, no drama, just a silence that roared louder than any goodbye. On the counter I left a note. "He has you now. Don't worry." Then I walked out, turning the lock with a finality that felt like sealing a grave. It wasn't always like this. She used to laugh in her sleep, gentle bursts of joy that made me turn to her in the night, a smile tugging at my lips. Her kisses once carried the weight of vows as if I were her beginning and her end. She spoke all the right words, and I believed every one, savoring them like truth. Even when I noticed her eyes lingering on her phone too long, her lips curving at messages I never saw. Even when she grew distant, her voice dropping to a murmur if I entered while she typed. I convinced myself it was nothing, my doubts warping reality. I buried those fears, pushed them deep until they surged up in that kitchen and drowned me. Still love him, not loved. Still love him, still as in this moment, as in forever, as in she never released him. I didn't yell or swear, though she might have braced for it. I'm not the man she assumed. My edges are sharper, my heart colder. So, I started to uncover the truth, not for rumors, but for clarity. Her phone was simple. She never changed the passcode for years, and she trusted me with that, even as she fractured everything else. The messages were few but damning enough to map the contours of her deceit. She told him she longed for him, that she dreamed of their history. She admitted she still wore his old sweatshirt when I wasn't there. And him, he said he loved her too, that he'd never stopped. The worst part, he didn't even know she was married. To him, I was just a fleeting presence in her life. For years, a ring on her finger, and I was merely a bystander. I didn't confront her. I played my role steady, ordinary. We shared morning coffee, ate dinners together. Her laughter now hollow like a ghost of something long gone. But I was moving, planning. Step 1, I met a lawyer. Quietly, I handed over a dossier. Every message printed, dated, meticulous. He nodded, approving. Step 2, I moved money to accounts she didn't know about. She always teased my caution with finances. Now she'd understand. Step 3, I waited, patient as a hunter, poised and prepared. Then the accident happened. Her confession came, and with it my moment. She returned 2 days later, hollowed out, her face etched with the burden of her decisions. She stepped into an apartment that felt like a crypt. No keys on the counter, no coat on the rack, no shoes by the door, just my note. He has you now. Then the messages poured in. 167, maybe more. Please, it wasn't what you think. I was confused. I love you. We can mend this. Each one more frantic. I didn't reply. I didn't need to. Revenge isn't loud or chaotic. It's the absence of noise. The crushing weight of your own lies in an empty space. It's knowing someone saw you, truly saw you, and chose to leave without looking back. 2 weeks later, she slipped. She called my mother. My mom knew it all. When she asked where I was, Mom's voice was frost. You can't find him. Click. The divorce papers arrived the next day, Pre-signed, unassailable, a masterpiece of legal craft. She didn't resist, didn't write, didn't speak. Just silence finally. And him, her ex, he lived. But here's the sting. He didn't want her. He had another. A fiancé who stayed by his side while my wife hovered in the corridor, gripping her regrets. She threw away everything for a ghost. And that ghost had already built a new life without her. Now she's alone, surrounded by the ruins of her choices unclaimed. Her messages have faded. No more please. Just a single repeated phrase. I messed up. Each time I see it, I smile. She didn't mess up. She chose. And so did I. I didn't just leave. I erased her. Deliberately, silently, entirely, as if she never existed. Betrayal doesn't need a shout to find justice. Sometimes justice is the silence, and silence endures forever.